Welcome back. Welcome back. One of the biggest surprises in the draft, Zach Edey going 9. Wasn't even at the draft. Was expected to go in the second round to a team like the Lakers who just needed extra size, but makes his way to Memphis. And it's an interesting pick. I think this is primarily to get a Steven Adams replacement because he's been injured so much lately. And also to allow Jaren Jackson Jr. to play at the 4. We saw Jaren play really good basketball at the 4. It gives him more advantageous matchups. He can still stretch the floor, so it doesn't really limit Edey playing the 5. And he's one of the best rebounders. He was the best rebounder in college, player of the year. The footwork is there. It's coming along. He's only played basketball for 6 years. So just put that into context. He's older, but still, I think he has a decent shot to be all right.
I think he's going to be a good body to stick down there, regardless of how he pans out skill-wise developing in the NBA. I mean, like you said, he's 300 pounds. That's a fucking unit. And I think Jaren playing at the 4 gives a little bit more favorable matchup for him offensively. It's going to be hard to stretch the floor with him out there. I think him developing a 3-ball would be, a little bit spicy. That could help them out. It's harder to score in the NBA. You're not a 1.5 feet taller than everybody else, just putting back missed shots. So
yeah, every team has a 7-footer. Pretty much. Every team's got one. So you're going to have to be able to use your size really, really well. And you're not just going to be able to get your putback misses back into the basket. So that's the biggest thing. And he's one of those prospects you don't really know. He's just so huge that you kind of just take a chance on him and think he'll be pretty good. He is the 2-time player of the year. So he's got to be decent. But this class is weak at 9. For me, I don't hate it. For me, I'm not above reaching for a guy if you want to and you think he's going to be what you need. But his floor is, what you're going to get. You're going to get solid defense. You're going to be able to get rebounding. And that's what you really want. This draft is weak. You're at 9. You have a pretty solidified roster as a whole. There's nothing you could really have gotten there that would have really moved the needle.
You think he'll start?
I don't think so.
Do you like him as a screener?
Yeah, I do. Because he's going to be able, even if Ja coming off a screen from Zach Edey, he's so big that he can just, and Ja's so fast that he can just get around. And when Ja goes up and say he gets, the big is going to play super drop coverage no matter what. So when he attacks the rebound, if Ja misses, it's going to come off and Zach Edey will be right there for the rebound. He's a great offensive rebounder. So he'll be able to get those putbacks and that'll be how he gets his buckets. But I don't see them running post-up opportunities for him in the NBA like they did in college.
I would never. That's what I mean about it's harder to score the rock. It's also tough in this current NBA. I'm interested to see how a prospect like that pans out with just not being able to space the floor and being so, he's not necessarily slow. He's not a cemented feet into the ground guy, but he's by no means super quick. What?
Like Rudy Gobert.
But Rudy Gobert is kind of his own thing because he's such a phenomenal defender and he can switch on the perimeter kind of.
More. My Rudy Gobert hate is my Rudy Gobert.
Well, you turned a new leaf, but now you've turned the leaf over again.
Yeah, I did. He had a good series versus the Suns, and so he won me back for about 2 weeks. But no, Zach Edey's just one of those prospects. You don't really know what you're going to, his ceiling could be, but you know what his floor is going to be, and his floor is not super high, but it's not super low. That's what you're going to get at 9 in a class that's a little bit weak. And to me, the Grizzlies just aren't really in a position to take a boom or bust kind of wing like a Cody Williams, who I think will be a good player, but still, I feel like you just want a surefire thing. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get a good screener. You're going to get a good rebounder, and he's going to be able to play good defense. That's what you want. That's what you need. So why not take it?
If you stayed this long in the video, you're going to get a little TOT inside scoop. So my boy actually saw him smoking a joint in New York City. Does that mean something? I don't know. But yeah, he was getting off the subway, USA basketball, backpack on, hoodie on, puffing a J on the streets of New York. Not looking to incriminate the guy. This is all behind closed doors, but we got the TOT inside access. So
it is true. That is true. But that's it for the Grizzlies video. We're going to be doing pretty much every single team. Pistons coming out tomorrow. Blazers coming out tomorrow. Hornets coming out tomorrow. Rockets coming out tomorrow. We'll see you guys soon.